Okay, let's dive right into this. If you're a busy SME owner, you know firsthand that the pressure of a looming corporate crisis can literally keep you up at night, right? But here's the absolute most important thing you're going to hear today. Every single sick business can be nursed back to health. Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're unpacking a truly revolutionary way to assess, diagnose, and treat your company's hidden vulnerabilities. So think about this for a second. What if you could diagnose your business as quickly and as accurately as a doctor diagnoses a patient? Well, imagine a fully equipped corporate hospital built specifically for your business. That's exactly what the Corporate Turnaround Center has built with their AI diagnostic powerhouse. It's this complete suite of free, always-on assessment platforms designed to diagnose your operations privately, incredibly quickly, and totally without judgment. Basically, the entire anatomy of a company can be broken down into 8 core pillars, and these are supported by 8 distinct centers of excellence. We're talking about covering the complete clinical journey of a business here, from hitting emergency stabilization in the ER all the way through to long-term legacy planning. It's essentially a comprehensive, living ecosystem for your corporate health. Now, to actually make this work for everyone, there's a brilliantly simple dual-track approach. On one hand, you have the main centers of excellence. These give you those deep dive diagnostics, generating these massive, comprehensive 1,000 to 2,000 word strategic roadmaps. But hey, we know you're busy. If you're an executive who barely has time to grab a coffee, let alone read a full report, each center also pairs up with a rapid, 5-minute quick assessment. Let's walk through this clinical journey, starting with step 1. When a company is really in distress, the immediate focus is just sheer survival. We're talking emergency triage. In this hypercritical phase, the Turnaround Center acts as your emergency ward. It's all about implementing urgent, hard-hitting measures to halt the decline and stabilize the bleeding. And right there beside it is the Accounting and Financial Center. This one monitors your cash flow, which, let's be real, is the absolute lifeblood of your business, to prevent what is essentially a massive corporate heart attack. Now, what's really interesting here is the rigor behind the tool. The Accounting Financial Center utilizes the Altman Z-score methodology. So by analyzing your financial statements, this AI isn't just making a wild guess. It's accurately calculating your exact mathematical risk of financial distress. Real numbers, real fast. Okay, so once the patient is stabilized, we move out of the ER and focus on structural fixes and preventative care. It's time to rebuild the muscles of your business. This is where the Transformation Center steps up to drive strategic rehabilitation. It aligns your leadership, your culture, and your processes to secure sustainable growth. Meanwhile, the Business Model Center? That acts as your preventative wellness coach. It innovates your revenue models so you can adapt to changing markets and, crucially, avoid falling sick again down the road. Next up, we have to look at foundational health. This means managing major structural integrations and protecting the corporate body from within. Think of the M&I Center as the hospital's transplant unit. Mergers are incredibly risky, right? This center evaluates synergies to make absolutely sure your company doesn't experience organizational rejection when you try to integrate a totally new entity. And protecting all of this structural work is the Corporate Culture Center. It literally acts as your organization's immune system. Interestingly, it's actually inspired by traditional Chinese medicine, focusing heavily on talent management and employee engagement to bolster your resilience against both internal and external threats. Finally, we have to talk about the psychological and technological health of the company. Because in today's fast-paced world, if your tech stack and your team's mindset aren't aligned, the whole system can just collapse. So the Change Management Center specifically addresses the mental health of your organization. It diagnoses organizational stress and promotes transformational leadership. Right alongside it, the Digital and AI Center generates a crystal clear, step-by-step tech implementation roadmap. It delivers tailored digital solutions to keep you aggressively competitive. So, the absolutely crucial point here is this. How do you actually use this right now? Look, you don't need to spend hours doing a massive full-scale diagnostic today. You can just start with a highly actionable 5-minute pulse check. Pressed for time? Bypass the deep dives for now. For triage, instead of going to turnaroundcenter.com or accountingfinancialcenter.com, you can jump straight over to turnaroundadvisory.org or fiscaladvisory.org for a rapid 5-minute crisis check. And for rehab, skip transformationcenter.com and businessmodelcenter.com and just use corporatetransformationadvisory.org to check your alignment or hit up businessmodeladvisory.org to quickly validate those new revenue ideas. The exact same logic applies to integration in tech. Instead of the full merger-acquisition-center.com, you can test partnership compatibility fast at strategicallianceadvisory.org. Need to check your organizational immune system? Swap corporateculturecenter.com and changemanagementcenter.com for cultureadvisory.org and changemanagementadvisory.org. And finally, for a quick technological pulse check, rather than digitalaicenter.com, just hit digitalaiadvisory.org. Literally, every single one of these takes just 5 minutes. Which brings us to the ultimate question for you. Which part of your business needs a checkup tonight? Don't wait for a terminal crisis to seek help, folks. Leverage these free AI tools right now. Find the specific assessment your company needs and secure your future before those subtle warning signs become a full-blown emergency. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and hey, here's to your corporate health.